and welcome back to class of Product Development and Entrepreneurship. I am Hitesh Rayani, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. This is lecture 23, Competitor and Industry Analysis. The learning outcomes of these lectures is to learn competitor analysis and industry analysis. So let's we start our lectures with competitors and industry analysis. As you all know that venture is nothing but the starting of new business and or new project and has a higher risk. Whenever we start ventures, we have to first do the competitor and industry analysis in which we have to plan to start our project or venture. Before we start the ventures, we must do the competitor and industry analysis. So let's start our lecture with competitors and industries analysis. So the objectives of that is, you know that to develop a sound strategic plan for an existing or new business. And for that it is necessary to understand the industries in which the business will operate and the competitive force within that industry. So these are the objectives for doing the competitors and industrial analysis. Whenever we start the analysis, we have to follow the questions to be answered as what is the current size and what are the major trends in the industries. And the second question is what are the main competitive force? What is the main competitive force in that particular industries? And what are the competitors and what is the strength of competitors? So relevant strength of competitors also you have to answer it. And how should the strategies be adopted with respect to change in the industry? So next is the industry overview. So in industries overviews, what is the main purpose in this? You have to collect basic data regarding the industries in which you plan to operate. So whenever you start collecting the basic data, it must be include the annual sales in volumes and annual sales in values for the last 3 years, annual units or volume sales for the last 3 years, and what is the trend in price for the last 3 years, and the measure capacity and the possibility of capacity utilization. So these are the include in your data collections, and also the competitors should be identified in your industrial basic data, and you have to identify the measure of concentrations, also competitors concentrations in your particular industries, such as there are the top 20% of competitors, also 80% of the market. So these all things you have to cover to collect the data. So next is the industry's life cycle. So industry's life cycle is nothing but the measure of total industry sales, or you can say that the growth in total industry sales. Here I shows the diagrams of industry life cycles in which you can say see that industrial output or industrial sales in particular stage like introductions, growth, maturity, and decline. So you have to must analyze the industrial life cycles in your industrial analysis. So the industrial structures and competitive force can change during the industrial life cycles. Next is the analyzing the structure of the industries. So whenever you do the analysis, you must have to analyze the structure of industries in which you want to plan your business or your new project. So here I shows the Porter's five force models, which is used to analyze the structure of industries. And here the five forces are the potential entrants, supplier, buyer, substitutes, and rivalry amongst the existing strengths. So these are the five forces we have to analyze during the structure of industries. So potential entrance is nothing but the new entrance in the particular industries, and which are what are the threats of new entrance in that particular industries that you have to studies. And here the supplier, second force is the supplier, so bargaining power of suppliers. So what is how much the bargaining powers of suppliers. It is happens when there are large number of suppliers and there are buying of a new buying of a few large companies. So there are no power of bargaining from the supplier. So these things is considered in analysis, and also you have to consider the bargaining power of the buyers. And next is power is the substitute. Substitutes is nothing but the product which serves the similar service or a similar requirement of the existing product. So whenever the substitutes product is introduced, that cost of the product must be less as compared to the existing product, and also the same service can provide by the substitutes. So these are the five force models to analyze the industry structures. Next is the flow chart for the five force analysis. So here I shows the flow chart which we have to consider when we do the analysis, industries analysis. Here the flow chart start with is the industries and attractive place for the new venture. So whenever you start the new ventures, you have to first question that is this industries is good place for the new ventures. If there are yes, so then you have to go for the further questionings like are there the area that we can avoid or nemesis and negative factors? Can we find a unique positions to do the efforts, and can we find the better but hard to imitate the business model? So these all questions you have to ask, and if you get the positive response from that questions, then here I shows that if one or more positive gives the rules for the hope for the go for the new ventures, and if all negatives leave the leaves it and reconstructs the new ventures. And here initially if you answer questioning if this industry's place is good for the good or attractive for the new ventures, and if there are the no answer is no, then you have to reconstruct the new ventures. So in this flow charts you can go for the new ventures. Next is the analyzing the competitor. So after analyzing the industries, you must have to analyzing the competitors which is available in that particular industries. And when you do the analyzing the competitors, the elements of competitors analysis are you have to consider that current strategies, which are the current strategies for positioning in competitor, and what is the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats in that particular industry. So mainly this is the main output of competitor analysis. This is nothing but this SWOT analysis, in which S stand for the strength, W stand for the weakness, and O stand for the opportunity, and T stand for the threat. So this is the SWOT analysis, and this is the main output of competitor analysis. And also the elements you have to consider in your competitors analysis, possible changing strategies, reactions to changing your business strategies, and financial strength. What is the financial strength and operational strength? So this whole thing, so or you can say these all elements we have to consider in competitor analysis. So in these lectures, we learn what is the objectives of competitors and industrial analysis, and then we learn the industry analysis, how to do the industries analysis, and then how to do the competitor analysis. So in our next lectures, we will learn the feasibility studies in starting of ventures. So.